God, it's been so long since I've made one of these. I miss doing this, you know? Me and you reading articles together. Just shut up and kiss me. I was browsing Twitter the other day when this tweet right here brought an article to my attention. I've been struggling to find bad game journalism recently. I thought a miracle happened and game journalists only had good takes now, so this tweet was a godsend, signaling to me that society has not yet crumbled. And judging by first impressions, this may be the silliest article we've seen on the channel yet. This article is published by PC Games N, who seem to just spam nothing burger articles day in day out, so you shouldn't take them too seriously. Written by Lauren Bergin, this article is titled, "I love everything about Fallout except the games." Right from the get-go, my brain has been stun-locked by the information I have just consumed. Let me get this straight, just so we're on the same page. You love everything about Fallout except the video game series Fallout. Love is a pretty strong word to describe your passion for something, so when you say you love everything about Fallout except what it actually is, which is a video game franchise, that confuses me a little. But let's keep it moving because Lauren may clear the air for us. Lauren begins detailing her distaste for the Fallout games by saying they have strong openings but lose their magic soon after. And yet, just a few hours later, that magic has disappeared for me. While the war-torn Mojave initially appeared enticing, brimming with mystery and dark, forgotten secrets, now it's a droning sea of brown and grey. And boom, there's another bit of info that just bamboozles the brain. You describe the Mojave as enticing because it's war-torn, and then immediately contradict that by saying now it's a droning sea of brown and grey. I've seen this take float around quite a lot, that Fallout is a boring and ugly looking game, but that's literally the point. It's a post-nuclear, war-torn, apocalyptic setting. A part of me gets that criticism though, because the setting of something like Fallout 76 is a lot more diverse and appealing to me than just the constant brown and green and grey of New Vegas or 3. But that's not to say that 3 or Vegas have boring settings, because they both have absolutely stunning openings and loads of really interesting looking places that the story or DLC can take you. It just doesn't make sense to go into a post-nuclear set game and expect anything other than a grey or brown color palette. Lauren immediately contradicts everything that I just argued about with, aesthetically, Fallout is perfect for me. I love that 1940s post-World War II posterity vibe. You literally just criticized the aesthetics of the games and then immediately praised them? I'm not even going to bother commenting on this because you can all clearly see that this article makes zero sense right now. But hey, Lauren might clutch it in the gulag and come back with some banger reasons about why Fallout is actually bad. Let's just wait and see. My friends told me the game just isn't built for you, and I somewhat accepted that at first. Yet diving in once again, Fallout is made for me. Are all of those Fallout 4 builds too complex? I play Diablo and League of Legends. I know a good build from a bad one. What? What does this mean? I don't know about you guys, but I've never viewed Fallout in the same way I viewed Diablo or FromSoft games. Sure, you can make character builds, kind of, but that is absolutely not the purpose or reason to play the Fallout games. Bethesda games aren't known for their combat. That's like saying, I really thought Super Mario Odyssey would be for me because I like games with deep, complex stories like Red Dead Redemption and Metal Gear Solid. To go into a Bethesda game expecting it to be anything like Diablo is insanity. My lovely colleague even felt a similar way with Starfield. You tell a woman her husband is dead and she barely flinches. It's the same in Fallout, which by nature already feels hopeless. There's quite a bit to unpack here. First of all, I don't think it's in any way fair to compare arguably one of Bethesda's best games to objectively Bethesda's worst. And sure, NPCs might be a bit dead in Fallout, but that's literally every Bethesda game ever anyway. And please do take into account that you're talking about a game that released nearly 15 years ago. For its time, New Vegas still does the job of conveying emotion. Just don't go into a 15-year-old game expecting to be sucked in, immersed into a highly realistic simulation. Personally, I think the decisions you have to make in New Vegas are a lot more powerful than in Starfield. One I vividly remember is the Bright Brotherhood. I remember there being loads of different ways you could go about completing that quest line, and in my playthrough they ended up succeeding powering up the ship, except they probably died once they lifted off, and it was really sad to see how delusional but hopeful they all were, and how tragically their tale ended. The NPCs of Fallout may look dead inside, but the game still manages to capture some of that intended emotion. Skipping over some stuff, Lauren states, "But the writing has to bend over backward to sell a world and vision that New Vegas and even the more recent Fallout 4 cannot quite bring to life elsewhere." I'm not 100% sure what's being said here, but it just tickles me the wrong way that you expect an apocalyptic series of games to be lively in some way. I really don't understand what is meant here anyway, so I won't comment on that too much. Here's where it comes full circle though, back to that enigmatic title that we read at the start about how Lauren loves Fallout but hates Fallout. I've bought the Fallout Magic the Gathering cards. I've been frantically searching for little Vault Boy pajamas. I love Fallout, I really do. The show is bursting with so much personality that it made me want to get involved. So I'm really curious, when did Lauren get so into Fallout? You would assume it's since the show aired, but it's really not been that long, and it sounds like she's been an avid collector of Fallout merch for a while now. So this begs the question, why are you so into Fallout when you hate the main medium that Fallout is a part of? What do you like about Fallout? I love Fallout, I really do. Yet this entire article is you talking about why you hate Fallout. You've admitted that you really love the themes of Fallout, but then you criticize the games for being dead and looking ugly, which is the entire point of the post-nuclear theme. You literally don't love Fallout. While I'm making this video, I'm questioning whether I'm just stupid, because there must be something that I'm missing. I double checked whether Fallout originated as another medium that isn't video games, but nope. It started off as being a video game, and it's only really broken out of that medium with the show that just aired. So then maybe Lauren really likes the first few isometric games, and this is just a hate letter targeted towards the modern Fallouts? Okay, fine. I'll read one more snippet of the article. This is the final paragraph. I do love MMOs, so maybe I'll give 76 a spin and see what happens. Until then, I'll stick to watching New Vegas playthroughs from afar. That's fair. I'm glad that this isn't fully a I hate Fallout and refuse to play it situation. It's more like I hate Fallout, so I'll keep trying to get into it because I love Fallout so much. There seems to be a pattern in my commentary, but I'm also confused by how you hate playing New Vegas, but you're fine with watching other people play it. Like, you just wrote a whole article about why New Vegas is so bad and it loses its magic and it's ugly and dead. But then watching playthroughs of the game solves these issues. How? I want the state's best investigators on this case because it feels like I am out of the loop reading this article. Am I overlooking a key bit of information, or does this article just not make sense to anyone? Once again, this article is not to be taken seriously. I want no one being rude about the writer. Don't make things personal. Now, here's a fun raccoon fact. Cockroaches aren't the only creatures that can survive a nuke. Yep, these guys can too. Only if they're in a vault though. Hey, it still counts. See ya.